Hello everyone, welcome to today's Daily Dose of Awesome, your 15 minutes of inspiration, motivation, and education to get your day started off right. Today I'm super excited to be with you. If we have not met before, I'm Becky Graff, and today we're going to be challenging your thoughts about live events, and we're going to dive deep into it. So if we have not met, as you're hopping on, go ahead and drop where it is you're coming in from so we can give you a shout out. Today I've got two lovely guests with me today, Barbara Bonds and Kirsten Hines. They're going to be sharing some things with you as we start going through this. Sharon, thanks for hopping on. Joy, thanks for popping on, you guys. Super excited to have you guys here. So today we're going to really challenge your viewer definition of live events. Janice, thanks for hopping on from North Carolina. Awesome. Got people coming on. Cool. Got people popping on from all over. Awesome, you guys. Okay, so when I say live events, what does that make you think of? I'm curious what your definition in your mind of what a live event is. Go ahead and drop it into the comments as you're coming on so that we can kind of discuss this, okay? Because we are going to be challenging some of the things that you may be thinking about live events. Hey, Tim, thanks for being on. Tracy, Olive's on. Joy, good morning, ladies. Thank you. Adrian, thanks for hopping on, sweetie.
Hey now.
Hey now. Jessica from New York. Richard and Joanna. Awesome. Cool, you guys. We got Laurel from Columbus, Ohio. Cool. So you guys, what do you think of when you think of live events? Go ahead and drop it in the comments. I know the comments are rolling through, so we're going to have to go back and get those in a minute. Okay, awesome. Texas, Cherie. Hey now. Okay, so we are here in Seattle. We've just got done fish with an amazing 3-day live event. And I've asked Kirsten and Barbara to share a little bit of what their ahas were from the event. So go ahead, Kirsten.
Well, what I've experienced, because I've been to a few workshop style events, and the expectation is kind of the aha moment. Because, I mean, how many of you for the first time, so Barbara, this is your first event, right? This is my third. So going into my first event, my expectation is oh, this is going to be awesome. I'm going to have these amazing mentors and facilitators helping me, going over my shoulder, looking over my ad copy, giving me some amazing skills, finding next level, conversion ads and all these amazing tactical things, right? I'm going to be in a room where I can learn these skills with experts beside me. But that is true, yes. But here's what actually happened. The aha moment is that's not the biggest takeaway of this style of events. It's actually being locked in a room, not just with mentors and facilitators, but other like-minded people that are on the exact same journey as you are, that absolutely get it, and watching the transformation that happens in the room with the energy, and also how every single event that you go to is different because of that energy and that connectedness in the room. And the best part about that is now you have this whole bunch of people that are ready to level up alongside you, and you have a deeper connection that ripples out after you leave event. Because how many times have you gone to an event and you're oh, rah, and then you get home and you're back into your day-to-day?
And if that's happened to you, go ahead and drop a one in the comments. If you've experienced that exact thing that Kirsten's talking about, drop us a one in the comments if you've experienced that.
Yeah, I call it the event hangover, right? Where now all of a sudden you're I have all this book of goods, you're back in your day-to-day, and now you're back to being alone on your island, right? So this style event is completely different because now we have all these besties that we can connect with and reach out to if we need some guidance.
Yeah, which is really cool. So Barbara, from your perspective.
So this was my first live event, this type of live event, and I, just like Kirsten was talking about, was expecting tactical. Oh, go over my ads and tell me what I'm doing right and wrong. And then I learned to be effective or ineffective. Just that alone. There were so many aha moments going off in my head that I didn't know what to do with myself. But the biggest takeaway for me was that you really, when you come to these events, there's a higher level of learning, right? There's regular learning, and then there's this higher level of learning. And I've taken away about authenticity, being authentic, using yourself in all that you do. And my background is I've been in the entertainment business and TV and film for 25 years, and I wasn't bringing that to the table. And so I learned that the power of story, how you can use story to really build your brand, basically. And I was so busy trying to create this persona that I forgot that it's all about me, putting myself out there. And so that was like the biggest aha moment for me in the weekend.
Awesome. So fantastic. So we've had a lot of comments coming through. Olive, you say, yes, coming home as a downer, exactly alone on our island. Community is so important to keep us going. So that is a fantastic comment. Thank you, Olive, well said. Because I have a question for you. When is your next live event? How can you take the experience of being at a live event and bring it home to you in your business for your community? Okay. Sherry says, learn to tell stories. Absolutely important to connect with your audience. So I'm curious, when is your guys' next live event? What preparations have you made to make sure that you're there so that you can get the most out of your event? Go ahead and drop it in the comments, because I really want to make this connection in your guys' event, help you make the connection. Hey, Michelle, thanks for hopping on. Awesome. So you guys, what if your next live event was actually a Facebook Live? What if you could take the community that you feel in an in-person live event and take that to your community in your own personal brand that you're building in your own community? How might that affect you in your business and your authority? What would that feel like? Drop in the comments what that would be for you in your business.
How would you show up?
How would
How
would you show up? Because really, we put all this effort to get to live events, right? You book your plane tickets, you get your hotel room, you make sure that you've blocked off time for the kids so that they're with somebody, so that you can be there, present, engaged in what you're learning, okay? If this is resonating with you, drop me a 3 in the comments, okay? Because we make a huge effort to make it to our in-person live events. However, are we giving the same consideration to the other live events that we have going on in our business?
So you, in essence, become the facilitator of your own live event.
And have you ever thought of that way? You guys, your Facebook fan page is your own personal channel. And to that point, Barbara, she works in TV. Would you ever stop running TV shows?
No, absolutely not. I would never turn off a channel on TV because I would lose my audience.
Okay, and the same holds true for you in your business. You are you have your own channel. Have you guys connected that before? That your Facebook fan page is your opportunity. You own the airtime. You own all the slots, all the timing. You own all of that.
It's like Facebook is the network. Facebook is, let's say, NBC. It's your network. And your page is your channel. So I'm channel,
Barbara.
usually Barbara. I'm channel Barbara.
Channel Barbara. Right?
Channel Becky.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the people watching you on your channel, those are your people. That's your community. And how might you connect with that audience as if they were sitting beside you?
And so, knowing what you know now, how much more important might it be for you to put certain expectations on yourself, expectations on your schedule, expectation on your planning, to make sure that you are giving the best quality value that people are going to want to subscribe to and tune into, because, oh my gosh, they're going to be talking about this today. I cannot miss the next episode of
The Barbara Show.
Okay, right? Does this make sense to you guys? Can you see the connection and how you can really leverage and lean into the channel that you have available to you to communicate with your audience, building that know, like, and trust? Sharice says, I do Facebook Lives every day now. My page is my channel. Awesome.
Yes, I want to challenge everyone to be their own producers. It's really interesting. I do that for a living, but I'm challenging you all because, for instance, for this, I told Becky, produce it, and she's like, well, I'm not the producer.
She's the producer.
This is exactly what you did. You produced this.
And you guys, the beautiful thing about being able to have live events, a Facebook Live, write this, okay? We are not face-to-face. I've got these lovely ladies next to me, but however your comments are coming through, we can still have that interaction. You can still get feedback and bounce ideas off of people when you're in a live event type scenario. Facebook Lives, maybe you're doing a training with your team, okay? There's a lot of mediums that you can go to, but we're talking specifically about Facebook Lives. So what are some things that you might do to make sure that your channel is always on? What might you do?
Well, you might want to let people know when they can expect The Kirsten Show. Are you showing up consistently on the same days at the same time? Think of a TV program. I know when my show's going to be on.
The HBO guide, right? How many of us go either on digitally and like, okay, I've got to make sure that I am here for this, or I've DVR'd this because it's coming on at this specific time, right? We know.
Absolutely.
People know their favorite shows, when they're going to be on. They clear their schedule. They make sure that they can be intentional, and if not, they binge watch it, okay? Can your audience do the same with you? Can they count on you to show up at a specific time, a specific day maybe, and can they go back through and binge watch you? Do they want to because of your content?
What does that create if they know they can count on you? What do we talk about day in, day out about connections with our audience?
Yeah.
No, like, and trust. No, like, and trust.
So, you guys, a couple tips for you guys to be able to do this. We got tons of comments coming through, so I do that. Maddie Miller says, show up. Laura Lee says, just like this live, same time daily. Absolutely.
Good point.
This channel that we have on is Monday through Friday at the exact same time, right? We're here for you to be able to interact with us, learn from us so that we can share value. Okay, Cherie says, with my schedule, I do my lives at nighttime. Awesome. So your
Perfect.
audience knows that you do them at nighttime, and if they can't catch you live, they know where they can go back and binge watch your content.
And can you create a post earlier, like a commercial, to tune in later for your TV show?
What might that
for
post
your
look
show?
like?
What might that look like?
That show looks like, guys, I'm talking about an amazing topic tonight at 8 o'clock. Tune in and you will be wowed.
And how might you put that out there? How might you put the commercial out there? I'm curious from you guys, how might you get your commercial out there for your next live? What are some ways that you might do that? Olive says same time and day is important. Absolutely. Richard and Joanna says consistency. Absolutely true. Valentine is watching. Thanks for being with us. Cherie, you can try that. Absolutely. How many of you feel like this is something that you can do? Give me a hand raise emoji in the comments that you can schedule. You can do a commercial, a teaser spot for your next live event. Okay?
What else do they do in TV shows that keep us wanting to come back to the next one?
Ooh, what is that?
Ooh, cliffhangers.
Right?
Hangers.
Oh my gosh, I have to wait 24 hours before
my
I can watch
God.
my next show. Or oh my gosh, the season is over and I have to wait a year before it comes out again, okay? You can build the same type of relationship with your audience, okay? Oh, Facebook story came through for ways that we can do it. Awesome. Commercial in stories or posts. Fantastic. Great, Olive. Okay.
A quick live. I love that.
Really is
Live,
awesome,
yes.
right?
Like a little snippet.
Yes, it's a
preview.
little
Cherie says
trailer.
previews in there.
20-second
Lar-
live promo. Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
post, make it live. Awesome, you guys, you're getting this. This is so great. Do a live commercial, Laura. Awesome.
Or at the end of the live you're doing now, tune in next time.
Yeah,
Exactly where I was going with that,
Great
Gabby.
job, Gabby.
On my next live, tune in to find out the rest of
And-
these 5 tips.
Exactly.
And
to
Laura,
be
the-
continued. Yeah.
Yep, so the
Love
cliffhanger,
it.
okay? So great ideas, you guys. Thank you so much for putting them in the comments. So, couple tips for you as you are thinking about this new information. If this is a new concept for you guys, go ahead and drop me a 5 in the comments. I'm curious if you've ever thought about your Facebook channel and your Facebook lives quite in this way before, because there's a lot of really great tips that have been shared by these 2 lovely ladies about how you can really leverage what you have available at your fingertips to boost your brand, to build that know, like, and trust with your audience, okay? And so I'm curious if this is a new concept and a new idea and what ahas you might have got out of this Facebook Live today. Cool, we got a lot of 5s coming in. Awesome, fantastic. Okay, so a couple tips for you guys. As you're doing this and you're moving forward and using this new thought process, plan it out. How much more effective, well, Barbara, how much planning goes into a TV series?
Into a TV.
She was doing it last night at 1 a.m.
Yes, exactly. From A to Z, you need to plan it out. So what does that mean? Like maybe on Sunday, you plan out what the week is like for what your lives are going to be. If you want cliffhangers, say the 5-part series, tune in tomorrow for the next one. It's all about planning.
Absolutely. You've got to plan it. And you guys, here's where the issue comes for most of us, and I'm curious if this is you. We've planned it out. We've got it planned out. What is the next step that we need to do? And what might be something that gets in the way with this next step? Kirsten.
Oh, life throws you a curveball, and we might not have that planning time. But here's the thing: if you at least thought about what the idea of all of your lives for the week are, can we wing it?
Yeah.
Do we know what we're thinking about talking about?
Do we have talking points?
Okay, let me ask you this, Becky.
Okay.
For someone who likes to plan and kind of write out a script in preparation for coming on live, how often are we planning that out word for word or writing it out or practicing it 100 times? How many times is it exactly how we planned it out when we go live?
It's never. So my process, just to share with you guys, is I have to get my thoughts out of my head on paper. And so I do a lot of times, I'll story script something or I'll write bullet points. And then when I'm like, okay, this is what we're talking about, 9 times out of 10, it is a completely different variation of what it is that I had planned on saying, because the flow goes differently. Your mind is starting to get into this position where you can be like, this is the topic that I want to talk about. These are some supporting points, and we're just going to have a conversation, a dialogue.
Right.
And how much more effective is that for you as the audience when we, on this Daily Dose of Awesome, interact with you? How much more do you get out of it when you get to share your insights and your ahas? Start thinking about that for your own audience, your own channel. How might you help your audience have those breakthroughs and those ahas? Okay?
And pull the camera lens back a little bit, right? Because you're right here thinking, oh my God, Facebook Live, I'm so nervous. But if you pull the camera lens back and you look at it as a landscape, you have to see, like, people, why do you tune into the shows that you like? You know, you're looking for something, a message that's going to speak to you. There are people out there looking for the message that you are going to bring. Your message is unique and nobody else has it. So really plan on doing the Facebook Lives that way with the camera lens pulled back so that you see the entire landscape. Is how you are affecting other people is really important.
Do you plan conversations with a best friend?
Great
Do you
question.
plan conversations with a best
If
friend?
you plan conversations with your best friend, drop me this emoji in the comments, okay?
Because you're showing up for your best friend. It's a conversation. So if you are set to go live at a certain time, wow, and you're not prepared, jump on anyways. Go live. Don't let that be an excuse.
Okay, because here's a really important piece, okay? We get it all planned out and we have all this information, and then what happens? We go into paralyzed mode, right? Where we
I
think...
just got passionate about it.
You did, very. Where you have... A lot of times you feel like, I've got to be perfect. This has to be 100%. My hair has to be dialed in. I can't have, sweat running down my face. I have to make sure that my production, my presentation is on point. However, what is more important to your audience? That you show up or that you're perfect in your eyes? Again.
Or you're authentic.
Exactly. Or your authentic self is what's true.
Okay.
Because I was, and Becky will speak to this, I was getting in my own way. Because being from television, I wanted everything to be perfect. The lighting, the this, I needed to look a certain way. And so I wasn't doing that. I wasn't showing up for my audience. So if what happens if Oprah decided, well, I'm not going to show up for my audience? It's like, that doesn't work. I'm not saying I'm Oprah, but I just realized that. But the point is, just show up as your authentic self. Yes. Don't try to be someone you're not, because they are looking for you. They really are. Somebody's looking for your message, but it only is going to come through when you're authentically you.
Absolutely perfect. Perfectly said. Thank you, Barbara. Okay, so you guys, a couple tips for you. So we're going to leave this with you as we hop off. Appreciate you again being on with us. All the comments, likes. Got some great comments coming on. Show up as you are, Richard and Joanna. Absolutely. So you guys, get a schedule together. What is it that you're going to be talking about? Schedule it out. What are your posts going to be about? What is your live topics going to be about? Look at it from a producer type standpoint of, how am I going to show up for my channel this week or maybe this month, okay? However that works out for you. And when you do that, put that into a calendar, okay? Get it down. Get your time slot figured out. What days am I going live? Within those days, what times am I going live? And then promote that to your audience and figure out, how am I going to promote it? Am I going to do a 30-second Facebook Live introducing my title? Am I going to send out a broadcast to my email list letting them know to make sure they don't miss my training, okay? What type of promotion are you going to use to promote to your next live event? Because... Go ahead.
Sorry. Every year, speaking of promotion, every year, everybody is crazy about Shark Week. I don't know if you guys, Shark Week, and there's so much promotion to Shark Week that everyone tunes into Shark Week, whether you like sharks or not. Yeah. So to my point is promote your channel every week as if it's Shark Week. Shark Week over and over again.
And how might that increase your engagement on your Facebook page? How might your connection with your audience be more intentional? And how might you gain a larger group of raving fans who are excited to tune in to see you on your next scheduled live event? Thank you so much for being on with us today, you guys. Appreciate you so much. If you got value, drop us a hashtag value in the comments. Again, join us every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific and 10 a.m. Oh my gosh.
10 a.m. Pacific.
10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern.
Thank you, ladies. And we
got your back.
You got my back. Okay. Thank you so much for being on, and we'll chat with you later. See ya.
Bye.